So we just got some new news regarding AI and music. So for those that don't know, Warner Group were in a lawsuit against these AI companies that were creating AI music. But for some reason, things have seemed to change. Now, I kind of thought this was always going to happen, but it's literally just cemented what I was thinking and some of the videos I've created earlier. But as we can see, AI music heavyweight Suno partners with Warner Music Group after lawsuit settlement. Now, this is something that is very, very alarming. And it's something that, again, a lot of us kind of called out as soon as we saw people like Zelia Monet, the AI artist, starting to take off. And we saw that it just didn't make sense as to why they would spend so much money on an AI artist unless it was to trigger some sort of reactions and some sort of way to basically make us start talking about it, which they were successful. Everyone's been talking about AI music for the past few months. And in case you're new to the channel, I'll literally leave some links down below where I've talked about AI and also how the correlation is going to actually happen within the music industry. If not, feel free to subscribe because it supports the channel. But let's get back into it. Now, like I said, one of the 3 major labels is officially done fighting AI music, and the partnership is already official now. Now, this was as of yesterday. I'm going to upload it straight after I made this video. So I'm just keeping you guys updated on this channel and understanding exactly what's going on. But we're going to understand certain people's opinions, and I'm going to explain my own theory behind people like Zelia Monet and all these AI artists that are getting pushed and what it actually means for artists by the end of the video. So you might want to stay up until then.
Warner Music Group has signed a licensing deal with Suno. As part of this licensing deal, they have effectively settled their part of the copyright infringement lawsuit, which was filed last summer for $500 million by the 3 major music companies, Warner, as well as Universal and Sony. Universal and Sony are still pursuing their part of the lawsuit. Okay, so there's a couple parts of this deal. 1 is the settlement. 2 is the go-forward licensing agreement for Warner Music Group songs and recordings. And then the 3rd is that Warner Music Group owned Songkick, which is this concert discovery platform, and they've now sold that to Suno as part of this deal. For now, it seems like Songkick is going to continue as is, but it says, quote, "The combination of Suno and Songkick will create new potential to deepen the artist-fan connection," in a press release about the deal. Okay, so let's dive into the licensing. As Suno's blog puts it, this deal with Warner Music Group, quote, "introduces new opportunities for artists and songwriters to get paid," end quote. But this does not describe exactly how they will get paid. Importantly, it does note that this is an opt-in situation. So basically, if you are signed to Warner Music Group as a songwriter or an artist and you do not want to participate, you don't need to do anything. If you do want to participate, though, you can opt in and then, receive some royalties as your...
Now, before she carries on, in case people don't really know what Soundkick is a platform that allows a fan to connect directly with the artist and vice versa. But I always say that it just makes more sense you just creating your own platform such as YouTube, having your own TikToks and funding them into your own communities. So you're able to monetize your fan base and actually connect with them on a deeper level. If you don't know how to do that, that's what I literally help artists do and help people basically do. So feel free to hit me up on Instagram or anything like that. But this is something that we've been seeing coming for a very, very long period of time. Yes, we saw a whole lawsuit of there being, almost 500 million being filed against Suno. But in reality, some of us realized that there is no way that this is actually real, especially with the whole propaganda behind this artist that we've been seeing right now, obviously being Zelia Monet, which I'll actually show you right now. And I want you guys to remember that the whole marketing campaign behind Zelia Monet was, okay, is an artist or a poet that, yeah, she couldn't sing herself, but she was very, very good at writing lyrics, and she needed a way to express it because she, again, couldn't sing, number 1, and number 2, she didn't like being in front of the camera, etc. But all of a sudden, once the record label deal was finalized, now she's in front of the camera doing interviews. Like, what? Doesn't make any sense, does it? But we'll go into it anyways.
Soul of music as we know it. The lyrics are yours. I could see the audience responding to the lyrics of the song. You talk about God.
Yes.
You talk about faith.
Yes.
But this is still a bot. Or is it? You don't.
It's not. She's not a bot. She's an extension of me. I don't look at her as a bot.
Right. She's an extension of you.
Yes.
So because the lyrics are your lyrics.
Correct.
But the voice, how much of her voice is your voice?
I technically don't know, but my voice is implemented in her voice. It's AI.
How did you get the tone?
Yeah, man, we're in very, very interesting times. We are in very, very interesting times. Now, I got another video over here for you guys, right? Shout out to DJ Pain 1. And he actually talks about the fact that, again, a lot of us kind of saw this coming anyways. I'm going to play a bit of it, give my commentary after, and then we'll just see what's up.
Human artists.
Yeah.
So
and in case people don't understand, is they made this video specifically because Timbaland's one of the producers that's been leading into AI and kind of saying that people should actually, follow through with AI, if that makes sense. So they were just kind of giving an update in regards to what's happened and also what they believe, especially around here in the video.
it was just a dumb approach to take, in my opinion.
And I mean, to add to the conspiracy, we have this update, and we knew this was coming. So the reason I bring this up, Dame, is because you said, well, maybe Spotify has something to do with it. Well, Spotify had a licensing deal with these labels, and now the labels are negotiating a licensing deal with Suno. So it's going to be the same type of deal. And
I just feel like this is proof of what I was saying. Like, it just seems like they worked a deal together. Again, whether Zanaya knew or not, or Talisha knew or not, it's like, okay, something is consistent because she had been releasing a lot of songs. It's garnering some attention. All they have to do is just do a back end scrub of the metrics, and then they offer her a deal, or not. Let me not put it in quotes. They offer her a deal. Now it's like organically, that's what I'll put in quotes. This artist is growing on our platform, got signed to this $3 million deal. But it's like Suno could have just been like, hey, UMG, let's make this happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, like you said, they're VC backed, so they have money for marketing. This is great marketing. And now they get their PR teams on it. They get something behind it. Whereas before, tech bros aren't looking at Timberland and knowing he's going to.
Big facts. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And big shout out to these guys because they give amazing commentary in regards to what's going on in music and things like that for those that actually care. And I understand this channel, obviously, we give updates on multiple things within, hip hop, within social dynamics, etc. But I'm a music producer first and sound engineer first. So I'm always going to talk about things that have to do with where I started, right? Now, what she said, it makes perfect sense because with Suno, it's a company that, like she said, is VC backed. They have money for marketing. I'm in marketing. I understand that. Look, if you have a certain amount of capital, then you're able to basically pay your way in front of getting in front of people, if that makes sense. But the thing about marketing is that if there is a targeted audience and there's a moment that you're able to capture and capitalize on, then it makes your ad spend and how much you're spending basically stretch way further, if that makes sense. So do I believe that the artist, Talisha, that she, because technically speaking, she is an artist, right? Do I believe that she was in on it before? I don't necessarily believe so. I believe that this was something that was always going to come. What happened was that it was just right timing, etc. They then basically utilize her as a catalyst to basically make it seem as if though whatever, transpired was just an accident or was organic, because organic marketing was current right now. People be blowing up on TikTok, people be blowing up on Instagram, etc. based on their authenticity on who they are, if that makes sense. I also believe that's why she's a bit awkward when it comes to the interviews and stuff like that, but that's just my observation anyways, right? Now, for those that don't really understand, the reason why this is so important is because we need to understand as creatives that this was always coming. It's about putting ourselves in a position that we're never going to lose in. Same way, for example, labels used to be like, oh, we don't like streaming because streamers damage the industry, etc. All of a sudden, they started partnering with Spotify. So every single dollar that, for example, you're earning, they're earning a multiple on that dollar, and they have back-end deals to make sure that it's always working in their favor. Like, this has always been the case, right? So as a creative, you need to understand simple things such as sales, such as marketing, building communities, etc. If you want me to start making videos in regards to that, I can do. I was going to make it on a different channel. I can segue you guys to that channel. If not, you can just hit me up in the DM whilst we're building the channel right at the current moment, and I can help you in regards to that. But my people, then, appreciate you looking in with this one. It's a quick update. If you like quick updates like this, make sure to like it because it boosts up in the algorithm. And also subscribe. Let's grow the channel. It incentivizes me to make more content like this in between, obviously, my working hours and things like that. But yeah, I'll make sure to see you in the next video. So, peace.